Hi all, this is Nigel Potter. You can find me on SoundClick, Exposure, Song Planet, heck from everywhere. Right now though, I'm on the Len Amsterdam radio show.
You're tuned into the Len Amsterdam show. Submissions for consideration for broadcast can be sent to stelladrecords@hotmail.com. Include the name of the artist and Len Amsterdam Radio in the subject line. You're tuned into the Len Amsterdam show. You're tuned into WLEN.
He's really hot. He's going places. Please welcome Jazz Man. Up on stage. Woo! Yeah! We got people. All right. Look like bidders at a John Deere auction. Shit. Sorry. Oh, man. Give it up for Danny Gale and Danny Kim. Weren't they great? Aren't they? Now it's my turn to sing. I'm going to do the theme song to Aladdin. That was it. You like that? Good. Truth is out. My name is Jazz. All I got to say is that my parents were obviously smashed when all this happened, so please bear with me. I keep asking my mother, I say, Mom, why did you name me Jazz? And she always says the same thing. We named you Jazz because of your father's love for jazz music. Well, gee, Mom, I'm glad there was no ABBA in the house. Could you imagine that? Get it? Could you imagine that? ABBA? Yeah? Mamma Mia? Get your butt downstairs. Where's your brother Voulez-Vous? He's playing a dancing queen. That joke kills it, Yucks, man. What's up?
We're not stoned.
Not yet. Well, alright. Like I said, my name is Jazz. It was a rough childhood, you know, being named Jazz and being born on April Fool's Day. Childhood from hell. Kids at school were always so mean to me. On my birthday, they used to give me gift wrap boxes of toilet paper. Used. It messed me up, man. I'm still not okay. So I figured with a name like Jazz, I'm gonna like get into acting, right? But that's impossible because in Indian and Hollywood, you're only capable of playing two parts: cab driver, corner store owner. So I'm thinking, right, just once in my life, I want to see an Indian play like a really cool part, you know? Like a villain in Batman. Wouldn't that be cool? Hanging around the Joker, the Penguin, Mr. Freeze. Oh no, here comes Batman. That is okay, my turban is a secret whip. Here he comes again. Don't worry, curry powder in the eye. Give him a cool name like Turbo Turban. The Terminator. Black people have the same problem too, man. You never see like a black man in a scary movie like playing the killer, right? So it's some white guy in a goalie mask with a knife coming out of the bushes with that music. Can you imagine a black brother coming out of the bushes? Instead of a knife, he'd have a gun too. Like, hey, hold up, man. Actually, no, I am somewhat of a celebrity. I am. In India. I'm in every movie. I'm an extra. I'm one of the 50 dancers that comes out of nowhere. Get off the stage. I wear a turban too, man. It's pretty cool. Speaking of turbans, my uncle recently visited Canada from India. Picked him up from the airport. And he was telling me how he had this infatuation with the world-famous 7-Eleven Slurpee. Go figure. So I took him to the local Quickie Mart. Got him the biggest, colossal Slurpee known to mankind. When he got it, he did what we all do, right? Took a giant sip, given a massive brain freeze. Have you ever seen a man in a turban with brain freeze? The poor guy could not get to his head. Ah, stop the pounding! Stop it, please! He was prepared. He was in Canada. He had on a thermal turban. They make those, you know. So, he got kind of bored, so he wanted to see more of Toronto, right? So I took him to, the CN Tower, showed him the Sky Dome. We're walking down Yonge Street, right? And right in the middle of the road is a lady in labor, about to give birth. There's a big crowd around her. She's crying, help me, help me. The crowd's freaking out. My uncle's, he decides to be hero of the day. Gets on his knees, spreads her legs apart, reaches in there, feels these two little feet, and he yanks his baby out. Crowd's going nuts. They're clapping. Mother's crying. She's so happy. My uncle takes the baby, smacks it in the butt, and says, you crazy kid, don't you ever go back in there again. Ever. Canadian kids so crazy. Ooh, yeah. My uncle, he's a trip, man. Every year he always said, come to India. Come to India. So I went, right? I saw the weirdest thing. They have American television shows in India, dubbed in Hindi. I'm sitting there watching Different Strokes, right? Like there's no tomorrow. Okay, you remember Mr. Drummond, right? Coming through the door, he's going down, namaste, Kimberly. I'm like, what? You got Arnold going, come out there, Willis. What are you talking about, Willis, right? That's not the scary part, okay? They have Indian Star Trek. This is not American Star Trek dubbed in Hindi. This is Indian Star Trek dubbed in English. All right, they ain't no Jean-Luc Picard. It's Captain Rajinder Patel of the Starship Yellow Cab. Let me tell you. Now a regular Star Trek cab. You have Captain Jean-Luc sitting in his room going, computer, tea, Earl Grey, hot. He goes down to the holodeck room. He's computer. Take me to 18th century Roman times. Not Captain Rajinder Patel. He's walking in his holodeck room like, computer. Take me to Canadian Tire. Then to IGA. I need 12 bags of milk. You know what else we have in India? This really blew my mind. We have Indian Spice Girls. Isn't that nuts? Indian, we all have wackiness. We have curry spice, roti spice, chutney spice, and masala spice. They're dancing all over around going, that you want, what you really want, girl power. Not in those flip-flops, no. Jeez. I flew Air India. Loved it, flew Air India. My dad still flies Air India. He lives in Vancouver. He's at the airport demanding Air India. I want Air India. I want Air India. What is it, the food, Dad? Is that it? Huh? But it was a weird thing. I just learned that we have 8 Air India planes here at the Pearson Airport taking up Air Canada spots. They're called misguided planes. Now, how does this happen? Oh, I can see how this happens. Poor Air India pilots are getting confused. Canada, India. Can you just imagine that too? They're in the air. Attention all passengers. We'll be landing in Bombay in 7... Holy cow, CN Tower! Pull up, Rajiv! Pull up! That's my time, guys. You guys have been great. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes, man! Now you're currently on the comedy circuit now. You've only been doing this for how long?
On and off for 4 years.
Great, you're going to be showcasing your own gig coming up. Tell us about that.
Well, let's see. It's one Friday or Saturday a month over at Blues and Cues at Kennedy and Steeles, and I'm also I'm on the Yuck Yuck circuit, and I'm also showcasing for Yuck Yucks on the 14th of December.
Cool. So now you're going to continue the tour. You've been around the world, Australia, England. What are the crowds like?
Well, I mean, Australia was great. How often do you see an Indian guy with an American accent making fun of their own kind? It was a great gig. Also, I'm going to do all of Canada. I did some sets in Tennessee, South Carolina. Traveled the States for a while, and I'm going to keep working at it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Any places where you find it doesn't go over the way you expected it to, aside from tonight?
Well, I mean, I gotta say, I mean, the States was a trip. I mean, in the South, it was always weird because, they didn't know how to look at me. Indian is a rare breed in the South. I mean, they were coming up to me like, hey, you ain't black. You ain't white. What are you? You drink Budweiser? So, I agreed to them, and I started speaking their lingo, Hey, man, got that there, man. Woo! That's car.
And you live to tell about it. That's great. Okay, thanks a lot. Just man, let's hear it for Just man. Woo! Okay. We're going to be giving away some prizes. Here is how it works.
works. I'm going to name a trivia question. Whoever can shell out the answer will win some of these prizes. I'll tell you what we have. Anybody who yells anything incoherent that they have no idea what they're talking about will get their ass kicked, which is a prize in itself.
Hey, this is Stan Williams, and you're listening to the Len Amsterdam Radio Show, broadcasting from Canada, heard worldwide.
Now the only thing that Alan needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. I wanna tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in this house, rising sun.
Hey, this is Len Amsterdam from Canada. This is Len Amsterdam's Open Mic Live. This is a very special comedy edition. Throughout comedy history, there's been a long list of great comics. Lenny Bruce, Jack Benny, Henny Youngman, Jackie Gleason. Now what you'll be hearing tonight is not in the same caliber, but it's meant to be funny nevertheless. Okay, Nifty, it's your turn to get up to the mic. Let's see you strut your stuff.
I got this guy that came in the other day. He says, he says, I'm
I'm so old, he said, that I told my doctor that I wanted some Viagra, and he says, oh, is that so you can have sex? And he says, no, I just want some so I don't pee on my shoes.
Yeah, this is fun, I got to tell you.
I went into the video store one other time, and this fellow walked in, and it was an old gentleman. He's probably must have been 85, 87, and they said, well, we don't have that CD you want. Do you want to put it on reserve for later? And he looked at her, and he says, lady, I'm so old I don't even make dinner reservations.
Great routine, Cliff.
Yeah, this is fun, I got to tell you.